Jo, tak jo, jsem opět tady. Zdravím všechny a jde se pokračovat, tady jsem dodělal ten vedlejšák akorát. A teďka mám ten hlavní, ne? Jo. Samozřejmě na kraji mapy a tam jsem překvapivě byl. Jo, tady jsem vlastně jel kolem. Pravda. Můžu teleportnout přímo sem. A by tady ještě možná mohl. Že bych vzal si pro kytičku. Čekám vlastně nějaký ty? Ne, já mám. Banuky mám všechny. Tady mohl. Musím teleportnout do města nejdřív. Artefakt, election, mist. A co je ten banuk? A prima to tím. Ale mohl bych tady pleskat tu 34 korp zónu a proběhnout, sebrat ten banuk. Jo, tím půjdu sem, pojď. Bude cestou tam pak doběhnu. Ať se to vypleská všechno. Možná bych mohl trošku hodit polohu ležícího střelce. Ale tohle bylo moc zase. Zatím dobrý. Hello. Co blbneš? Já jsem chtěl manual over... Ano, moment, já jsem se tady osedlal toho vola, abychom se pro tu kytku, ne? Když dá se přeběhnout tady to? Tudy, ale to vypadá moc docela vysoko, to možná nepůjde, ale zkusím doběhnout, pojď sem. Tady správně vypadá, že jo? Co? To znovu byl? Ještě ne. Se vejdeš, já ti věřím. Se vejdeš! Může nás skočit? Nemůže kšet. Mohlo by ne? Skočit. Nic, no, tak odpadím odsud. Jeď! Proč se dotáčíš? Jeď! Aha. To skáče. Au. Kam zatáčíš, ty vole? Zatáčím doplno, zatáčíš doleva, to mám vysvětlit, ty vole. To je snad Martin, ne? Ona, ty vole. Au, ty vole, to bolelo. Oh shit. Co chceš? Ty se bude prát? Au. No, už to jenom stří tak pomalu. Kritik, kritik. Svátek. To za mnou jde? Au! Co mi je? Pouze večer. Nevím do levu. Shit. What? Tohle kolik tady je u těch ocasů. Já se někam schovat? Samozřejmě, že ne. Jak jinak? Co oni nemají rádi? Ohej. Co je vám tady trošku zatopil, chlapci? Bych musel, že trpět, ne? Cože? A už jsem se bál, sudy, ale nepomohlo. Teď jsem ho chtěl krytnout, ty svině. To bylo, jak to vstala. Nešlapej po mě, prase. Tohle stejně to plesklo. Tak dobře jsem se skočil do toho. Au, prase. Mě. Vystřel tam. Dobře vám tak. Ještě ptáci tady ještě. Jdem. Počkej, to jsem dělal. Mapka, můžeš jít pryč. OK, můžeme se zpátky tady. Třeba tam něco bude vzadu. Moc nevěřím. No tam se určitě bude třeba nějaký hlavní úkol, ne? Když tam nic nevidím, to asi nebude. No i se můžeme tohle pro zpátky, protože tak opravdu nepoběžím celý. Prostě tu hordu, co tam je. No to nemám. No mám, ale to by trvalo dlouho. Když bych to proběhl. Kdo to je? To tam mám, já jsem to byl dobře. Raným směrem jsem dělal. to je? Behemoth, OK. Behemoth. To jsou který? To jsou ty... Ne, to nejsou ty, co se zahrabávají, ty krci, to nejsou, jako to dobrý. Weakness, ohýnek nemá rád. Ale když je dobře tady tě vyndat, protože ty mají velký ty. Co je to takový problém? Co bude pouze 2? Práže. Dobrý, stále to je odpálit. A to má weakness ohýnek, jo? By se mohlo odpálit, co má dole. Tak to zabere. Co mu to nebylo líbit? Tohle jsem chtěl. Okay. A to kopajš, když mi jde. Tady máš. Skoč, no. Šlap se po někom jiným nebo mě. Co tě nevím, kde jsem teďka. Proč? Tak, dalšího jsme zabavili. Vrchy, jedný. Tak tady najednou nějak víc, ty vole, tady těch šmejdů. Jo, to velké. Ale jsem být, ty vole, že to je špatně. 2 na 1 není dobrý, 2 na 1 není dobrý. Zaposíte po jednom, chlapci. Jste po jednom. Myslím, že nemají rádi ohrát. A daleko. Jak se dělají, jo, tě prase. Můžu to neumět, to bylo. Můžu mu krtnout? Nebo nemůžu? Nemůžu. Skoč. To pouze jeden. Oh, ty vole, dobrá trfa. Jdeme hrát vojny, jdeme hrát vojny, jdeme hrát vojny. Možná vystřelíš ty pino. Dobrý. Ahoj. Tak, nic. Dobře, budu palet ten přední. Jo, já srandu. Nějaká jedna střela, možná dvě. Jedna, dobrý. Já jsem nechtěl. A ten člověk.
Never know when I might need these.
No, přibyli oba, tak už to vypadá chvilku blbě.
Not bad.
Not bad. OK, korp zóna. Ale jsem nechtěl tohle. A se sebrat banuckou figurku. To je. Já mám úplně zase v prdeli nahoře. Kam pak zajdu? Aha. Já nevím, co potřebuji ze zajdy, asi ne. Potřebuji vůbec, abych to dělal. Fishbone? Ne, fish skin, fishbone, žerbičky, rakuna. A jo, potřebuji robit skin, potřebuji.
These will keep.
A z dešky už nepotřebuji nic. Protože jsem tady. To jsou nějaký marzo, ne? To je nějaký oranžový. Tak tam chodí ten velký ten tolnek. Hezký. A jak se dostane nahoru? Tady se dostanu dolů, co? To je hezký. Nechytí se někde? Ne. Nic. Možná? Možná... Ne? Ano. OK. Takže tamhle. Tam je.
Easy, easy.
Jo, to má dokonce i vozovinu, to jsou věci. Jo, tady uvíznu ještě někde, ne? No, vypadá, že to bude někde tady. Tady se bude psat. Taky? Nekoukej dolů. Doprava. Co? Ty vole. No. Je takhle, tady spadnu dolů, tak se mám šupen, že staré odsaď okem. Igorka, ale špatný čudek. Jej, už mám dvě, 2x2. To je bezpečný způsob, jak se dostat dolů, když si skočit dolů a pak házet hák. Jo. To jo. Tak tam chodí vzadu. Nádherný. Jo, čau. Big. Olami? Oni se dá něco nějak týká. Jsi psal teďka, ne? Jsi psal. Jo, tak asi můžu na hlavní úkol. To ještě nějaké vedlejší, abych ho vyzvednu cestou. Jo, jdeš pryč. Jak to dneska můžeš mi říkat Becky? Big. Olami. Becky? To se nezapamatuju. Zatím Becky dokud se pamatuju, to bude co tohle. Tak cool, když jsem potřeboval něco. Kost, myslím, že... Tak plamy Mirik, plamy... nějakou... Jo, backpa... Lamí, backpalamí, Tento lek je nádherně udělaný. Takový zvláštní tady v té hře, tady se bude jako přesouvat ta postavička z levé části do pravé části obrazovky. Počte, jak je to napsané. A toto nikdo nepochopil a formuloval nějak zmutoval na Beckyho. No, prostě hodový mutant.
Sunfall. The Mad King Duran's summer palace. A bulwark of Carja might against the howling Forbidden West.
Thanks for the history lesson.
But they have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from this Aloy.
That's what I'm hoping.
Jo, to je možná otevřu ten... To přijdu běžně do nějakého kempu, někoho vyberu ty.
By the sun, I'm hungry.
Bereme spíš žírnu. Tak, můžeme aktivovat.
She's very pale. Is she unwell?
Yes.
Hra je úžasně udělaná, je.
But the fever on her won't lift. It only burns.
Graficky vypadá nádherně.
Her name is Shiana.
Hra, tohle je výborná.
My sister.
Ten příběh zatím. To je všechno na mě dobrý. No.
We're refugees. We know our place. And there's only one healer in the territory. He's difficult. His soul is in shadow.
His soul is in shadow.
Galiv. That's him. He's very clever, but he has little care for people. Perhaps the desert scoured it all away. Perhaps he was always like that. Either way, I know he won't help us.
Well, I'll see about that. Where would I find him?
Last I heard, he was patching up soldiers at Blazon Arch. Another border battle.
Já běhám většinou, dobře to ta jízda mi přijde taková divná, ta jízda na těch strojích. Ještě se mi stane, jak je trošku otočená kamera jako proti tomu. Tady je zahnout doprava, on je na druhou stranu úplně. On to vůbec jako nezrcadlí, kam koukáš. Teda on to zrcadlí tak, jak kam koukáš takhle. No, Becky útočí mohl dobrý, jo. Tím se nejsem tak jistý.
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise.
What I wouldn't give for a sweet, fresh banana. Tomorrow, they said. It's been hundreds of tomorrows, and we're no closer.
Nevím, jestli nabízel, že má to říkal tady ten. Máš něco lepší zbraně? Nemáš, máš pěkný kulou, všechno stejné. Prodat nějaký takové, co tu mám. Já ostatně jako peníze nepotřebuju.
Only the finest goods here.
No.
The Sun Ring. Travel expedition.
It's not like this in Iridium.
Shame of my family.
Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful.
What are you talking about? Did I crack?
Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment. Meantime, secure the
Can't believe it.
Shadow will run.
My uncle passed away in Red.
Outlanders! If you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room.
Supplies coming from
You're not going to make any
I'm
shards
informed.
by standing out here. Filthy mercenary.
I heard Uncle Hobbs is hiring.
I'll take the shards, even if it means having to listen to Bahavas.
I hear the Shadow Carja are looking for one of their own. Should pay well.
Počekaj na mě, aha.
Do as you're told and stay out of our way.
By the glory of the sun revealed. Behold,
Hodně klobouk.
radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King, the light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law.
I command Lucius Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think? Love your hair. You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside? I'll be waiting.
Kind of busy.
We both know you're no killer for hire. Uthid is innocent. So come see me while there's still time to save him.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel, gotta see the sun ring from on high.
We should stay.
But the Kestrels.
Ah, they want us to see this,
Behave
boy.
yourself, girl.
It makes quite an impression.
Nějaký otrava.
It's a short drop from there.
Mě hlavně to nevyhovuje vůbec jízda na těch zvířatech, oni jsou tak nějaký divný, jako. Když to řídíš, tak on takový divný to je. To jako musí se rozlížet, pak dost často jede úplně někam, než ty tam, než kam jako navádím. Předlítat. Takže tady Praetory, jo. Hop. A... Co trafíš samo, ne? Hlavně nenápadně. Hop.
Other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
Pro větráče, co to bylo?
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
No takhle, jestli mám potřebu nějaký suroviny, asi spíš tady to bylo trošku další, ne? Nepotřebuji nic.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the
Akční
secrets
mise.
of this world.
Tam jasný, to by jak neříkal tyhle keci.
How the old ones achieved such
Třeba
marvels
suroviny,
only to
klek.
fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure, as year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobeck here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated you. Too bad now
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving?
Taky ne, já jsem vždycky nenápadný, hlavně ona. Exploded.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Nemám na to čtení. Audiology jsou dobrý, ale to čtení.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room. got too much already.
Tam nechala vůbec. Ale podezřelé, už mi to nabízí poučny, tak tady budu muset hodně. Asi jílo. Počkej, kde jsem přišel? Tudy.
Proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose
Hej, čokobiku.
of the visit.
To mě dobrý, ale co u tebe?
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors. That Zero Dawn is a top-secret super weapons program. The technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
Tak si zatounou se obědím kubikům.
Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it. Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Řekni, jak se dostat dovnitř, třeba najednou.
It is accurate, yes. So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people. Not just people, all organic matter. Every living thing dissolves into nutrients. Millennia of evolution. Liquid.
Já to přerušil. Ups. Tady. Tak ne. To prostě ještě jednou. No.
That is accurate, yes. So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people. They feed off them? Not just people. All organic matter. Every living thing. Dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution. Liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to biofuel. In a word, yes. Who did this? Pharaoh? That asshole. Is he here? No, Doctor. Please. Tell him Tom Pike wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Doctor, please. You get Ted Pharaoh in here.
Good. We're too close to let tribal predators stop us now. The data points. What did they contain?
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we could negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical. Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bubble serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, it was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go. You previously worked for Faro Automated Systems.
on the chariot line self-replication routines?
Asi jo,
I came
kubíku.
here thinking this was a rendition.
Se budu líkat, no.
When your people took me, I thought, about time.
Mám čtyři na
I've been
Apex.
trying to swallow the guilt every day since.
Asi, uvidím.
Would you like to take a moment?
No. I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
Pak je teda nahoře. No. Katalog ještě nějaký. Data point, no.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible, but it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stocks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life, for us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Maybe. No, určitě. On ví, to bude nějaký ten z těch, ne? Nějaký to vajíčko.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what I damaged, I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. Better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. I think it's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timo. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock? You grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years. I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry.
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
See to make sure I behave this time?
Security. For your protection.
Inaccessible.
Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my old man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You know... Get your hands off me!
Random checkpoint? Co to je? Jsem to zabral? Nevím. Nevím. Tam přišel. Můžeme dál?
Keep that for later.
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Medi. Tam nikdo nebyl, ne? Předtím ty vole, bo jo? Co vím, ne? Aj, aj.
Power's down.
Is there another route?
I've done this before.
Mě vzalo, jak se sem dostat tak rychle. Říkáš už já?
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero dawn? No, ma'am. That ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair, not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Já udělám tuhle misi nejdřív publikum.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this, and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe anyway.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Jo, to byla hra.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Kam seš? Jaký komponent jsem Hem? Nahoru, tam se dá skákat určitě. Ano, nedá? To musí nějak dostat. Kdyby dveřma? Já nevím, třeba jo, třeba ne. To určitě půjde sem. No to možná tam bude tak no. Vyzkoušíme, jestli nedá vyhopsat bude někde. Tak, aby ti tady rožový nízký. Pokoj. No, tam se asi dostane, tam půjde, nejíš, tady by to taky teoreticky mohlo jít. Ale to asi ne, tam se půjdu po těch skorech doufám, ne? A uvidíme. Půjdeme dál. No, musíme to nabití. Kabel. Směrem tímhle. Zvolil správný směr. Nečekaně. Je pošlo mít sem. Stop power to the door. To jsem už udělal. Do těch dveří to bude určitě ono. Tady budou skoro nahoru, ne? Zkoušíme. A jo. Vede to nahoru, děl si pravdu. Vždycky. Proskáčeš nahoru.
Found one. Looks intact. Should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
Nahoru, doleva, dolů. Nahoru, doleva, dolů. Tak je doprava nahoru. Doprava je tam. A? No nahoru, doleva, dolů. Doprava nahoru, doprava nahoru. Je to zase v obráceném pořadí, jo, děláš srandu? Je nahoru. Počkej, takhle. Máme to mělo být nahoru. Doleva. Doleva dolů, nahoru, doleva dolů. Doprava nahoru. A? Ty. Cože? Co to je za kecek?
I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Takže obráceně nahoru je dolů, dolů doprava, dolů je nahoru. A doleva dolů. Doleva a dolů. Dobře, tak nahoru, doprava. Ty věc jsem to už dělal, ne? Nebo jsem to nedělal? Nahoru. Doprava. Dolů. A dál jsem už dělal, ne? Počkat, to vlastně obráceně. Já blbec. Počkej. Nahoru, doprava, dolů, doleva, nahoru. Nahoru. Ty vole, já nevím. Říkáš, že to dělá obráceně. Že to nainstaluju obráceně něco. Je takhle. Je takhle. Aha. No jo, ten nápis, já čuji jenom ten nápis, že je vzhůru nohama. Dobrý, no, tak to je tím pádem dolů. Doleva. Dolů. Doleva. Jsem čuměl na ten nápis, že je vzhůru nohama do prdele. To nenapadlo, že tak je v obrázku. Tohle je vzhůru nohama do prdele. Co jsem říkal? Dolů. Doleva. Nahoru. Je, protože jsem čuměl na ten nápis, ty už to nemyslí, ty vole, už večer, ty vole, to je hrozný. Večer řeší nějaký rebusy, ty vole, to je... Jo, doprava dolů, doprava dolů. A tada!
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Kej dveře? Já se mám vrátit? Aha. Jo, vlastně já jsem dělal tyhle dveře. Pravda. Pravda.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
OK, tak si dáme... Oh shit. To není to, ne, to ani, to můžu si zastřelit tohle. Ty vole, skákej, tak si pojď prdel. Proč nemůžu? Co je? Halo? Taky blbnutý z nějakého důvodu, to jo. Tam už někdo další, je? Vy to nás tady, je, chlapci?
You'll do.
Nevím, kdo má hlavu?
for later.
Vyhrát plesknu na tom. Nebyl stavým útokem. Já už zežloutnu, už můžu vzal kolečko. Tak, přesně tak nic se neděje. Počkej, tady vlastně kamery tady mám, veď. Tak, jo. Nezapomínám používat ty kamery na házení. Na odlákání pozornosti.
Or not.
Oh, hele, chlapci. Na tradě oheň. Takže se netrfalo ani jednoho, takhle. Ale že ho mají rádi. Cože?
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Počkej, až pozbírám věci, co mají dobrýho. To jsem tam nechtěl. To co tam dobrýho, co tady má. Použít aniční čárám, jo? Okay. Taký vylištěný. To chci. To jsem vybíral. Něco zajímavého. Co to mám to? Co to bylo? To bylo? Pár striker, aha. Holo projector.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. A waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots. And not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical at places.
If Gaia was designed to... I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
More clips.
Careful now. All of this lost. The ancients' greatest gift to us.
Greatest? How about the fact we exist at all?
To abide in ignorance is a curse, Aloy. You of all people should know that.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world, ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Že vám to vlastně všechno připravovali do budoucí generace. A začtení.
This was under the sun ring all this time.
Still looking.
Huh? Oh.
just killed one of us.
Co ti zdá? Musel jít nahoru? Mám tam přihození přes ten? Jo, mám. Dneska se dostal pěkný skin na Bloodhounda. A je nový banner a to se mi líbí ještě víc, úplně musím to, jo, tak jo, skin tam je dost, tak jo. To se zdá takový skin jako... Blíž, přesně tak. Víš, jsem mohl vlastně líst nahoru zabít, jo. Pozdě. A až tady projde.
Oh, what?
The shadow gives us strength!
Pojďem.
The search is on!
Where'd you go?
Za tebou. Shit.
That's the last of them. Go on once more.
In what should have been a game of wonders.
Ne, to nechci. Zalk tam. Ber ho. Kytera nahoru ještě. Pozor, kytera na... Data point? Ne, špatný člověk.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Zajímavý, vypadá, že ne. Už mám takový pocit, že to budeš mít ještě na hodně dlouho? Já nevím. Ještě toho misi dodělám. Ona je nějaká větší, no, to psalo.
To Hades. Zero Dawn's Extinction Failsafe Protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tax smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine your Gaia 200 years from now and this new biosphere you're growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Sakra, jsem vůbec neposlouchal začátek. To byl dobrý tohle ten Hades, tady byl.
Welcome to Hades. Zero Dawn's Extinction Failsafe Protocol.
How does it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh titan, getting worshipped by the eclipse?
I know what you
some
think.
kind of god.
The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tax smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine your Gaia 200 years from now and this new biosphere you're growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started?
Pokud to Gaia udělá na poprvé špatně, nebo tady od toho je tam Hades, to má resetovat celý znova a zničit kompletně celou planetu. Dobrý tady jako, proč ne? To je protokol, ještě nejde na poprvé, jak to resetneme, jo. To by vlastně všechno.
Okay.
Looks like the only way onwards.
To jo, teda zničí. Tohle Hades.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Are these what I think they are?
Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
Yep, a z tohohle ona vznikla.
Forget about traveling light.
Nahoru, jo. Tak jdem.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
A to jsem v kanclu už konečně. Jsem se dopracoval.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Would benefit from antilopenate morphologies, though Capric forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good. You will undergo
Brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Can't carry more.
Jdeme na Gaiu.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Gaia.
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Gaia, matka.
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable.
Kamarádi si jdou
You're
hrát.
too valuable.
Chce si hrát s míčkem, si chce hrát, koukám.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
Klapa do obličeje. Nápad.
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
If you're gonna go on babbling like this all night, could you just kill me now?
Oh no, we're in no hurry, you and I. Not now.
Maybe some physical torture to distract me from your voice?
At that moment on the mountain, I aimed to kill you with dispatch, and yet did not. Why? This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain, meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you here, so that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be, predestined and preordained.
No, další náboženský fanatici. Jo tak, jo fu, jo puppet. Puppet? Oh. Yeah.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings, a pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then get in the cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
The Nora cast me out at birth. You're not hurting me if you hurt them.
Really? Then it makes no difference one way or another. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus, such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
Volodní fanatik.
Karja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold! Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die. Let her be the first of thousands.
Ne do mě. Vytáhnout krokodýla Dandyho.
That pillar's weak. Another hit, and that pillar will come down. That makes a mess.
Takhle, půjde to dolů, jo? No. Always.
I didn't think to take a behemoth's torch either.
Ale urval ten pilíř tamhle tady, jo, výborně. Pojď. Urvej ho. Always.
Gotta get out of the way.
A vyběhne oblečená všechno na sobě. Během 5 vteřin. No jo. Jak jinak. Já nemám fokus na nále. To zaseknu někde, kurva. A to nechci já. Ale trochu. Dává mi brokol do bytek. Ne, vole, nevidím přes to, kurva. Trfa, dobrý. No to má ještě na hlavě, aha, teď se to všimnul. Oh. No tam. To funguje kritik? Ona ty velký moc nefunguje. Ne.
That canister on the trolley. Looks important.
Zabil jsem koníka. No zvířátko jsem zabil. Silence! Vypusťte lvy! A já, akorát jaký ne. Yeah. Tak co pak přiletí na pomoc?
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy? It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the sun ring at high noon. I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corruptor to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans, though of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess. Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the eclipse, Not that you knew the man who killed who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Norse sacred land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I had preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Carja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who.
Já bych našel to brnění tamto. Na který mi chyběl ještě jeden nebo dva ty. Ty Paulus, ale... Tak bylo nějaký brnění, on, co to tady lítá? Shadow Starlight Light. Něco umpalo zvířátka. Co? Jo, Shadow Starlight. Inventář, outfit. I'm Batman. Jež prdel. To jí vůbec jí nepozná takhle, to je úplně zamaskovaná, ale. Disguise will make for good disguise and stealth is... Kada máš žádný efekt, jo, které pouze vlastně do toho, veď. Ach jo. And still is weather against blinding effects. Highly customizable. Ale ne, počkej, ukáž, to vypadá na mě. Vlastně nemá vůbec nic tady to brnění. Nemá vůbec nic, no. Okay. Crafting bych tam mohl mít nějaký nový ty, ne? Stealth lepší? No. Vůbec stealthy tam nejsou někde. Počkej, já jsem ještě neotevřel všechny, moment, hele, skill nějaký. Někam plesknout. Slow, to ne. Ne, a toho bych mohl. Sobě moment. Jo, moment. Ty modifikace jste zbavil. Já vám myslím, že plný. Já tady desmantuju všechny ty zelený. Tady jich moc není. Bych tady mohl otevřít. Tam jsou plastičky. Ok, přihopsnu mi nějaký nový ten, počkej. Crafting... Ne, stealth asi nepřebyl žádný. Stealth tam celkově vůbec nějak nejsou. Tam jsou pouze dva. Hehe, Batmanovský oblik. A to se mám krát použít. O ten hlavní úkol asi. Ne, když se budu vracet, to vám nevím, tomu jako říká. Nerozumím. No nic, hele, počkej. Kde je tady? Jo, jsem tady, aha. Hlava ohně. Tady můžeme savenout. A pokračování se bude příště. Pohraj zdu. Se na něco jiného. Je takhle. Já už kubíkem, jo. Tak. Na má Sever Thunder. Jak tady můžeme. Je sledování Horizonu. A se příště.